One of them is that I don't feel like my sense of taste is back to where it used to be. And the other thing is, it took me a long time to be able to focus again. It took me a long time to be able to sit and read something and be able to kind of stay focused on it. I couldn't. And I'd read some articles since then that said that, there has been some connection to, that loss of focus and COVID. So, and in one article I read, they said that, there was some kind of plaque-like substance that is commonly associated with Alzheimer's that has shown up in COVID patients. So, I don't know how widespread that is, but that is something I definitely felt for a long time and still to a certain degree feel. And then the last thing is, my stamina level. I just need to I'm still working on that. I don't feel like I had that same energy, but, I'm also, quarantined and all that stuff, so not exercising too much.
Do you feel more fatigued? Are there other kind of constitutional symptoms that go along with the lack of focus?
I do find that it's not that I feel fatigued all the time. It's just that when I do feel fatigued, it's sudden and it's just I gotta take a break, kind of a thing. And so it's just those periods, those ups and downs are a little bit more extreme. Like everyone gets fatigued during the day, and everyone needs a coffee break or whatever. But I just noticed that the highs are higher and the lows are lower.
And when you got it, did you immediately go into a room in your home and said, "Folks, wife, kids, don't just slip the food under the door. I'll be here with the laptop and my phone, and don't look at me."
Yeah, no, the crazy part is I flew back from New York with my son, and he was working in New York at the time, and we actually slept in the same bed for 2 nights before we both came back together on the same flight next to one another. And he has not gotten the virus. In fact, they tested for antibodies for him, and he's negative for antibodies. I, as you might guess, am positive.
Yeah, and their explanation is just luck, or we still don't know anything about this.
We don't know. And so, I thought for a long time he was just asymptomatic, and that he would test positive for the antibodies because of anyone that I had the most exposure to, it was him. But he's negative. And so to answer your question, as soon as I got home, first of all, my wife disinfected me like I was,
like Sylvester Stallone in First Blood with the fire hose against the wall.
Would not let me into the house, and she's like, my son and I were in the garage. She literally brought out cans of Lysol, and it was like Lysoling all of our luggage, our clothes, and giving me wet wipes and sanitizer. And it was like, before you touch anything in the house, you have to disinfect everything. It's like literally, this is not a joke. We stripped down in our garage and took off all of our clothes where she could Lysol them, and then we went straight into a shower. So that's how it all started. And then I
on a very special Hawaii 5-0. This lady goes nuts. Makes her husband and son strip naked.
Hawaii 5-0 is Hawaii 409 spray. It's
Ken.
I've been waiting 8 months to have that in the back of my head. I've been trying to do my Hawaii 409 joke for months.
Dan, I think Ken has that plaque you're talking about.
Again.
And that extreme measure was probably incredibly smart, right? I mean, that was, I don't know anybody who had that, and that was before you were symptomatic.
Yeah, and
so she just knew you were coming from New York, and she was like, "You're not coming in the house. I'm going to ruin your clothes. Get naked. I'm going to spray you down." I mean, she probably stopped her from getting it, at least, but somehow your son is obviously has some sort of super, I don't know what he has, some super immune system, but that one act probably saved a zillion cases in Hawaii or whatever.